Modern women bragging about having a bad attitude. Y'all out of line right there. Y'all all out of pocket. That sounds like something that men supposed to be bragging about. That's aggressiveness. That's masculine energy. Y'all modern women bragging about y'all having a bad attitude. You think that's what's going to attract a good man that have sense, knowledge, and wisdom? You think that's what's going to get you a high value male? Bragging about you having a bad attitude? It's like y'all became, you were a cheerleader, but now, you became a linebacker. These women becoming linebackers, bragging about them having a bad attitude. That's not attractive. I can't believe y'all think that's attractive to a man with means, morals and integrity. And that's a king. A king is not attracted to a woman that brags about her having a bad attitude. This is pathetic. This is foolishness. I'm not attracted to that mess. Men with sense are not attracted to that mess, man. That don't make no sense. These women becoming more masculine. Your attitude is what's going to keep you single. That bad attitude that you bragging about. That bad attitude that you bragging about is going to keep you with bad energy. People going to want to stay, men ain't going to want to be around you because you got a bad attitude. Women are supposed to be feminine, soft, humble. Y'all don't want to brag about that. Nice. Knowing to speak. Have some sort of, wisdom. They're not supposed to be out here bragging about having a bad attitude. You guys need to stay away from these type of women. They're not worth a date. They're not worth your time. These women sounding like evil witches, like demons, bragging about having a bad attitude. You modern women need to change your mentalities because it's full of dysfunction. They think that's something good, bragging about having a bad attitude. You're not going to get a real man like that, bragging about having a bad attitude. See, your mother, she's not going to tell you that. But I tell you. Because it's not something that's attractive. Women are not supposed to be bragging about that. That's not feminine. At all. This is what, a lot of you are hurting inside. This is why y'all bragging about y'all having a bad attitude. Y'all are damaged and frustrated because you can't get what you want out of a man. And I don't blame men. Guys, do not give these women anything until they fix their character. Stay away from these type of women that brag about having a bad attitude. That's not the type of woman that you want. That's a possessed bull. A possessed woman. An angry woman that's ready to explode. A woman that's ready to take all her issues out on you. You guys gotta stop being attracted to these women talking about bragging about how bad their attitude is. That's not a good thing. And they think it's a good thing. Then they don't want to brag about how submissive they are. They don't want to brag about how good they can cook. They don't want to brag about how they listen to their man. They don't want to brag about how feminine they are. They don't want to brag about that. These modern day women want to brag about how bad their attitude is. What type of mess is this? You women need to stop bragging about how bad your attitude is. Because that seems like a woman that's not submissive. That seems like a woman that don't listen to a man. That seems like a woman that need therapy. That seems like a woman that has a ton of daddy issues, a ton of hurt. That seems like a woman that need counseling. You women need to stop. Because you stepping out of your feminine frame when you doing things like this. Y'all bragging about how bad y'all character is. Having a bad attitude. I don't want a woman with a bad attitude bragging about how bad her attitude is. I don't care how good she look. Because I know she comes with a ton of problems. And most likely she don't want to play her role. And she don't want to listen. This is sad. This is sad. I just had to talk about this subject because I can't believe a lot of you dudes are attracted to this. And it's mostly simps, not real men. A real man, he doesn't want that. He don't want a mean woman. That sounds like a rebellious woman. That's full of demons. You modern women need to tighten up. Y'all need to woman up. Because it seems like me, you trying to man up. That's not going to get you nowhere. bragging about how bad your attitude is. That's not going to get you a good man. That's not going to get you a high-value male. That's not going to get you a long-term relationship. It's not. These type of women that brag about how they have a bad attitude, these type of women, they be yelling, in relationships. You can tell they just got a ton of anger in them. Where there's anger, there's pain underneath that bad attitude that you are bragging about. You need to seek help. That's what you need. It's sad, man. These women just, they just follow what trends. They just follow what trends. You women need some serious help. Bragging about that. You guys need to stop being attracted to these type of women. These type of women, they're not good to be with. They're not. I'm talking about, y'all talking about a woman, a good woman or whatever. She comes with a bad attitude. That's a lie. Don't believe all that. That's a lie. And a smart mouth. A lot of those type of females, they don't like to listen in relationships. They always got something to say back to the man with that smart mouth and that bad attitude. These not the type of women that you want. Don't let these trends on social media cause you to think something that's, correct, but really is incorrect. Stop letting these memes, fool you, and these quotes fool you. I know a lot of you guys, got with a woman that came with a smart mouth and a bad attitude, and the relationship ended because she wanted to have her way in the relationship. She didn't want to listen to you. She didn't want to submit to you because her attitude was too bad. And she talked too much. It's a shame that y'all modern women bragging about this type of stuff. Having a bad attitude. Are you serious?